A new location for another live Nutmeg Sports as we get ready for the Turkey Bowl, but it's got a very much of the same feel as it is cold and windy again. We are at Dunning Field on the campus of New Canaan High School as we get set to bring you a Nutmeg Sports preview of the New Canaan Rams on their path to the 23rd Turkey Bowl coming up Thursday morning. I'm Frank Renito, and I am joined by Kate Chaplinsky. And Kate, hopefully tomorrow the wind is going to die down. That's what the original reports are saying.
At least we're in the sun right now, so it's a little bit better than yesterday. But, what can you do? It's November.
We haven't had any snow flurries yet today, so we'll take that as a big positive.
That's true. And we are hearing it might be some interesting weather on Thanksgiving Day, so we'll be watching that too. But we'll be here no matter what.
Chances of rain, ice, snow. Assume the worst is what we're hearing now. But we've got another big show lined up for you again today here at New Canaan. We'll be joined by head coach Lou Marinelli and the captains of the New Canaan Rams football team, Ryan O'Connell, Tommy Root, James Frere, and Teddy Hood. Kate, you've got another great community piece for us today.
Yes, Mike Benevento of the New Canaan Athletic Foundation joining us, Frank. And as you can see, beautiful Dunning Field behind us. New Canaan Athletic Foundation, a big part of that. So we're going to be talking about that and a lot more.
That's right. They did just newly re-turf the field before this season, and they are hoping to do much of the same with some of the surrounding fields. We look forward to hearing about that. We have got temporary bleachers to the end zone behind the camera down by the scoreboard end. There'll be standing room only seats around where the RV normally parks. It was occupied, so we had some interesting issues this morning,
Yes,
Kate.
Those temporary bleachers are up for all the fans that are going to be here on Thanksgiving Day. So, the HAN Cruiser tried something a little different today. It didn't go so well. It may be cold outside, and we do have some video of that rescue effort to pull the RV out of a muddy spot because it is November, Frank, but the ground is not frozen yet. And it did not go so well, but the amazing New Canaan Department of Public Works came out. They had a great plan, immediately knew what to do, and got us out of that tough situation. So we're so thankful to them.
It was a very interesting situation to be a part of. A lot of fun to watch, knowing that it all worked out in the end. To New Canaan's athletic director, Jay Egan, we apologize. Marty will bring some sod with us tomorrow when we're back here for our writers edition of the Nutmeg Sports preview leading up to the Turkey Bowl. That'll be a lot of fun as well. You guys, you and Josh Fisher with C2 Pulse are going to have some great guests on that show tomorrow.
Yes. The first selectmen from both New Canaan and Darien are going to join us. We're really looking forward to that. We did it last year. It's a lot of fun to chat with them. It's a friendly rivalry they have going on about this big game. And, of course, Josh has a very special menu planned.
That's right. You guys will be doing a tailgating piece as part of our coffee break little special in there. Josh is pulling out all the works for this one. We're very excited for that. And we'll, of course, be joined Scott Erickson, Anthony Pirelli, Sean Patrick Boley, and, of course, Dave Rudin as outside writers from the state. All of our HAN sports editors will be here with us as we preview Turkey Bowl 23. Let's take a break, Kate. We'll get right to it. Kevin Coleman and Dave Stewart are going to join me as we look at this New Canaan football season. All of that coming up on Nutmeg Sports next on the HAN Network.
Why cook it all this holiday? Avoid the stress of holiday planning and let your friends at Walter Stewart's in New Canaan do the heavy lifting. Whether you're looking to fill in with a few crowd-pleasing sides or you want us to prepare your whole feast, from cranberry sauce to pumpkin pie, we're ready to simplify your holiday. Place your order from our holiday menu and spend your holiday the right way, relaxing. Our fresh prepared holiday meals to go are designed with your busy schedule in mind. Visit us at stewartsmarket.com or at 229 Elm Street, New Canaan.
Connecticut is coming back to hometown banking. To a partner that makes small businesses feel big. Where community comes first. Where high-tech tools go hand in hand with a human touch. Where you get the know-how only neighbors can deliver. Where saving time is important too. It's time to expect more. It's time to bank well. Bank smart. Bank local. Bank well.
Visit Bevel Saddlery this holiday season, not just for equestrians. Celebrating 30 years in New Canaan, we offer an exciting selection of men and women's sportswear and exquisite gifts, from home decor, hostess gifts, stocking stuffers, to items for horse and hound. You'll find something for everyone on your list.
Would you like to be able to help in an emergency? Do you know what to do when a family member is in distress? Learn life-saving skills and become a certified EMT in New Canaan. Whether you're looking for a career in healthcare or you want to give back to your community, the training is invaluable. The New Canaan Volunteer Ambulance Corps is offering an EMT certification course starting on January 16th, 2 nights a week and some Saturdays. It's filling up quickly, so call 203-594-3535 to get involved. New Canaan Volunteer Ambulance Corps. Neighbors helping neighbors. Find out more at ncvac.org. Would you like
This is now 44 years I've been in this business. Digital came along. After I was in business for about 6 years, I had to totally reinvent the business. So I had to make a tremendous investment in my business. And Milford Bank was there for me. I don't really just consider Milford Bank a bank. I consider them a trusted partner in my business. My name is Jim Wilson, owner of Milford Photo. I choose to bank with Milford Bank.
Back on the HAN Network, Nutmeg Sports, live from Dunning Field at New Canaan High School. I'm joined with Kevin Coleman and Dave Stewart. Guys, we were at Darien yesterday talking about the Blue Wave season. Dave, you've seen the Rams as much as anyone this year. They're back in the Turkey Bowl, undefeated. What makes this team different and how they'll be able to change the script of the last 4 seasons?
Well, what I've been impressed the most about this year is the play of the defense. It's just been incredible this year. I believe they're only giving up 84 points. 21 against Ridgefield was their high for the year. Everybody else they're holding in single digits. They held a good Trumbull team to 14. They've just been incredible, and it goes all the way through from the secondary. You got the linebackers and the line. It's just been an incredible year for the defense.
And Kevin, they talk about that D-line. They've got the big guys, Jack Kircher, Dylan Miles, Seamus O'Hora, 3 of arguably the biggest players in the conference. They have got into quarterbacks all season long. A couple of them they've injured. We saw that big hit on Drew Fowler in week 2. What does this group have to do to get to Brian Peters and force him to be uncomfortable all night?
Well, they need to continue what they've been doing all season long. I think another name is James Fryer. He plays linebacker. He can also run up and pass rush as well. We know how good he is. We've seen him plenty of times rush that quarterback and get him down. So they need to continue what they're doing, and I think it's going to be a big day, big test for that O-line for the Blue Wave.
You mentioned James Frere, and this is a group that will bring a lot of pressure. They'll blitz linebackers, blitz the defensive ends. Frere has played in this game before. That's something that a lot of the Rams on defense cannot say. What does that experience bring to the table for him leading the defense, Dave?
Well, I think in his case, he's just been kind of an emotional leader, kind of guy on the field there. And, that experience, having that experience in a game like this is going to be huge because you need somebody to be the steadying force out there, and with the way this stadium is going to be just packed and jam-packed and loud, Lou said it's going to sound like it's 70,000 people here, not 5,000. So, that's going to be big because that whole, I think kids are going to come out on the field, and it's going to be like, wow, this is just an incredible scene.
Kevin, let's go to the other side of the ball, and we'll start with one of your favorite players, the freshman Drew Pine. We talked about the atmosphere we expect to have here on Thursday. How can the freshman handle playing in his first real big game and real environment unmatched to what he's seen all year?
I think he's going to be okay. I think a lot of it has to do with the upperclassmen that really have talked to him, before the games and really, calm him down, give him that advice that he needs. I think that the upperclassmen really, have a lot of credit to how well he's been playing. I think Lou Marinelli has done a wonderful job, prepping him all season long before the season even started, and he really has, shocked a lot of people, including myself. He looks so comfortable in that pocket, whether he's, stepping back and throwing or he's on the run throwing. He really has been impressive.
He's had a lot of time to throw the ball this year, and the running back, Ryan O'Connell, has had great holes to run through. Before we talk about how good Ryan has been, what can you say about the O-line, who has made life for the freshmen so easy at times?
Yeah, that's been a big help for him, and he's mobile too, which really helps. It's more of a Cascione type than he is a Michael Collins type like they had last year. He can really get the ball down the field, and having that line in front of you is just been a big help for both the running game and for Drew Pine being able to scramble. And it really hasn't been attacked too hard this year or hit too hard.
We mentioned Ryan O'Connell, Kevin. He was arguably the MVP the entire season. When you think about him, Finley Collins, Kevin Iobi from Greenwich. O'Connell and Finley Collins both playing on both sides of the ball. They're both running backs. O'Connell being the secondary. What does Ryan have to do in this game on Thursday to help the New Canaan Rams come away on top?
I mean, it starts with the blocking, I think, on the O-line. If they can get by and create some holes for him to run through, I think they can do that, whether it's, second and third down conversions, short conversions, trying to get that first down. I think that's where you're going to see Ryan O'Connell really succeed. And we know how, he's got speed, and so does Finley Collins. If they can break out, break a couple tackles, get some space, they could find some freedom, and we'll see if they can get that on Thursday.
Dave, the wind has obviously been an issue all week, and an issue all season throughout the FCIAC has been special teams. New Canaan has got two of the better kickers in the conference when you think about Jack Holzer and Grant Morse. What kind of a role can we expect those two to play in this game?
It'll be big. It'll be big. And it's great the way when Jack Holzer came in as the starter, and then Grant Morse, when Holzer was injured, Grant Morse really picked up the slack and really has done a good job for New Canaan this year. I think that could come into play. The punting game will come into play. All those special teams. A game like this, the two teams are so good that any little factor can play in and change the course of the game. And, we'll see that tomorrow.
It should be a lot of fun. It should be a great one. Two great teams. Let's step aside here, and we'll be joined by some of the captains from the Rams right after this on the HAN Network's Nutmeg Sports.
At Hoyt Livery, our goal is to always... Sam, what are you doing? We're filming a commercial.
I'm checking out the new Hoyt on the Go app. Hoyt's here!
At That Personal Touch in New Canaan, we have personalized gifts for all occasions. Family owned since 1983, we specialize in expert engraving done on premises. From engraved sterling silver and pewter frames, wood cutting boards, slate cheese servers and trays, leather embossing, crystal engraving, and glassware, every gift becomes unique and personal. And just in time for the season, we have a variety of personalized Christmas ornaments. Visit That Personal Touch at 102 Main Street in New Canaan and at tptengravers.com.
Manfredi New Canaan is a dream come true for locals Kim and Roberto. Their Elm Street store features Rolex, Hermes, and design jewelry collections from everyday classic gold to diamond jewelry. Manfredi offers a range of services from simple jewelry and watch repair to elegant jewelry design. Let Manfredi New Canaan help you find the perfect gift to celebrate important life moments. Visit us at 72 Elm Street, New Canaan, or online at manfredijewels.com.
Discover a world of wellness in the heart of New Canaan. Halo Studios, New Canaan's first collaborative wellness center, offers you the freedom to choose from the best and latest health, fitness, and wellness options. Inside Halo Studios, you'll find all the wellness experts you need at places like Halo Fitness, Priority Wellness, and Sama Yoga Center. Come by for a free wellness assessment, open 7 days a week at 45 Grove Street. For more information, visit halostudios.com or call 203-594-9909.
This holiday season, the Glass House Design Store offers an edited selection of gifts, objects, and artist editions that represent the iconic Philip Johnson House. The store offers unique and specially sourced objects locally and from around the world, and proceeds from the Design Store help support preservation projects at the Glass House property. Shop the Design Store at the Glass House Visitor Center in New Canaan, now open through November 30th, and available anytime online at designstore.theglasshouse.org.
Have a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Basketball, hockey, skiing, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Back on Nutmeg Sports on the HAN Network, live at Dunning Field on the campus of New Canaan High School. I'm Frank Granito, and I am joined now by the captains of the New Canaan football team. They are Teddy Hood, Ryan O'Connell, James Frere, and Tommy Root. Gentlemen, first of all, congratulations on a great start to the season. We met back in August, though, and when we talked, this was the game that really jumped out. Teddy, how hard was it down the stretch to not look ahead to this game on Thanksgiving?
I think we were pretty fortunate to have a relatively tough schedule. We played some pretty good teams all along, so we didn't necessarily have to look ahead. We took it week by week because we had to play good teams. So we're here now. We've been ready for the past couple weeks. We prepared well, and I think it's going to be a great game.
Ryan, you are part of an offense that is almost a little uncharacteristic to what we've seen from New Canaan in the past few years with Mike Collins. You were much more balanced, almost run-heavy this year. Talk to us a little bit about your O-line and how great a job they did opening up holes for you this year.
It's been a ton of fun. Running behind these big boys, it's been great. They've been doing a heck of a job all year, so I can't be mad at all. I can't complain behind these guys. They do a great job every week.
Are you a little mad about their haircuts, though? You can be honest about that.
Where can I get mine? That's my question.
James, you and Tommy here really head up the defense from the linebacker position, Tommy at the corner. You bring experience back to the table that we didn't see as much on the offensive side. How important will that be on Thanksgiving?
I think it's going to be really important. I think experience is always a good thing to have. But at the end of the day, it's just another football game. And, we have a lot of inexperienced guys out there. But there's no reason they should be nervous. I know the game's hyped up, but at the end of the day, football game's a football game. And nothing changes about that.
Tommy, there were talks for a little while that the game would be moved away from New Canaan due to the capacity. What does it mean to this senior class to get to finally play Thanksgiving again at home against your biggest rival?
It's awesome, another home game for us. It was a little disappointing how we thought it would be moved, but now that we have the home game again, it's just awesome to have one.
Teddy, you guys have clinched at least one home game for the States. How do you keep your team focused and not looking ahead thinking if we win this game, then we could maybe play 2 more games here at home?
Obviously, it's real tough to look ahead of Darien just because that's one of the most important games on our schedule. But I think the guys understand that if we take this game by game, we get this one done, we control our own destiny. We're going to have as many home games as we can if we win this game. So I don't think necessarily people are looking ahead because no matter what the result is, I think we're going to be a successful team, but we definitely want to get this one done.
Ryan, talk to us a little bit about the freshman Drew Pine. He's had a great year for you. How does he look right now heading into what will be the biggest game of his young career?
He's been unreal. He's been everything that we could ask for him and more. His composure that he keeps during practice, during games is really uncanny for a freshman, so we're thrilled to have him, and he's been doing a great job this week in practice. He does do a great job of keeping the offense in check too, so he's done a great job so far.
Tommy, last year's game, obviously you guys struggled a little bit, losing that 4th straight game in a row. What's the mentality on this team now and how you can take back Thanksgiving? Excuse me, make Thanksgiving great again. Sorry.
Well, for us, especially in the secondary, we had a tough time last year. So, this week it's kind of everyone knows how big of a game it is. And, 5 years in a row, that would be something I don't think anyone would be able to live with. So we need to get that win this Thursday.
James, what's going to make this group a different team compared to the past and is going to end this Thanksgiving streak?
I think this group's a little grittier. We have a little more swagger, and I think it's a different team. I think Darien's not going to expect us to come out and flying like we do. So I think the team's grit and our intensity is really going to carry us.
It should be a lot of fun, gentlemen. We want to wish you the best of luck. We can't wait to see you Thursday morning, and thanks for coming out and talking to us today.
Thank you, Frank.
Let's take another break here on Nutmeg Sports, but when we get back, we'll be joined by the head coach of the New Canaan Rams, Mr. Lou Marinelli. All of that coming up right here on the HAN Network.
What makes Darien special during the holiday season? Locally owned shops and restaurants where you can find everything you need to make your holidays more enjoyable. Start with breakfast, then shop for everything from toys to unique gifts and the latest trends in fashion. Take a coffee break. Stop at our farmers market or one of our shops, where you'll find an amazing selection of cheeses and meats. Then enjoy dining at one of our fabulous restaurants. This holiday season, experience shopping and dining in Darien.
I really wanted something that felt like a home. Coming from a big house, I wanted the feel of a home as opposed to a condo. New Canaan is 6 minutes down the road. New Canaan's a beautiful little town to walk around. I work in Westport. My commute is 20 minutes. It's close to Westchester, where my family is, so the location is ideal. There is no other townhome that compares in the area. This is where I want to be.
The holidays are a wonderful time to spend with families and friends, sharing a fantastic meal. Football season is in full swing, the fishing has been unbelievable, and it's time to make a list and check it twice. Stop at the Dock Shop, get a fix of summer, and browse loads of new products, including fishing tackle, accessories, clothing, jewelry, and home decor. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or dockshop.com.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com. 1, 2, 3, Abby! You know!
I want to find out how good I am.
Yes, sir! If you relax, you get blown out. Let's get it done! Let's get it done!
What can you take advantage of right now?
Again, come on. I can push myself way beyond what you think.
Trust your technique. Bring it back.
Back on Nutmeg Sports here on the HAN Network, Frank Granito and Kevin Coleman joined with Coach Lou Marinelli of the New Canaan Rams. Coach, congratulations on the start to the season, but I think this is the one that you've had circled on the calendar for quite some time now.
Really? Why? We're playing Darien, right? Yeah.
Darien, you get to play it here, too, for the first time. What does it mean to this program to get to bring this game back for your seniors?
Well, you know, whenever you play Darien, that's the one game that they want to win. It's the one game we want to win. I think it's all that's good about high school football. It's going to be a great exhibition of high school, a high level of high school football. And, you know, they want to win, we want to win. We're both 9-0. You can't ask for any more. So, you know, I'm just hoping that we play well and then we get ready for the States.
Obviously now, having lost 4 straight on Thanksgiving, does that put more pressure onto your team as they head into this game, trying to end what's the longest streak for Darien since you've been the coach here at New Canaan?
When we beat them 10 years in a row, did they have a lot of pressure on them? Nobody ever mentions that. That's kind of been forgotten. But that's all. You know, 4 years, 10 years. I think this is a game you want to win. So, and I don't think the past has. Some of those kids haven't even been here 4 years ago. So, you know, it's a game that we always want to win. It's a game we point to, and you know we're going to give it our best and see what happens.
Describe what you think this atmosphere here at Dunning Field is going to be like, and not only the atmosphere, but how happy are you that the seniors get to play here on Thanksgiving Day at home?
Oh, I couldn't be happier. You know, the fact that the league didn't step up and do something other than this is really to our advantage, and to have our seniors play at home again and get another game, because they've been tremendous. Their leadership has really gotten to us to where we are now. So I'm excited for them. So I'm hopefully that we play well.
You talk about leadership. Talk about your freshman quarterback, Drew Pine. What's he meant to this team, and what's he like in the locker room?
Well, he came in at a perfect time for us. You know, he was able to. We had our senior quarterback got injured in the first game, and then he kind of stepped in, and as the year went on, he seemed to get better and better. So he came in at a perfect time for us. And his lead, I mean, you know, he's young, And he's going to get better and better. But for him to be where he is now says volumes about the kind of person he is.
On the other side of the ball, Coach, the defense is led by the senior captain, James Frere. This is his second year starting at linebacker for you, and we've seen James grow tremendously as a football player, but his IQ, as Coach Silvestri described, is just through the charts. What does that do, having a player like that heading up the defense?
Well, he is a leader, and I wouldn't say he's the heart and soul, because all of those kids together, I mean, if you look at them when they make a big play, there's usually 11 guys around the ball, and they love playing defense, and I think they've done a great job. And it's going to be really interesting to take on one of the highest powered offenses in the state and see how really good we are. But he has been very, very good. And aside from that, he's a pleasure to have at practice every day. Always has a smile on his face, and he's always working. He's always working. He's always talking to kids and picking them up. So you couldn't ask for any more from a kid.
We asked this to Coach Trafone yesterday, how for so long it was Greenwich and Staples Conference to lose, and they were that big Thanksgiving game that was also the FCX championship. In the past decade, since 2008 really, when you and Darien met undefeated for the first time, we've seen a major shift in balance. And now here it is, the fourth time in 9 years that you meet undefeated on Thanksgiving. What does it say about these two programs and where they've come?
Well, I think we're both really good. Do you remember 2008?
I have a vague memory of it. Really? Yeah. Vague memory.
Yeah, that was a pretty good day for you, I think.
I remembered to remind Coach Trafone of that, too.
I'm sure that made his day. Rob has worked very hard down there. He and his coaches and those kids, they take a lot of pride in what they do. And, I think that we are a proud program as well. And to have the two schools so close and to be this, New Canaan is the smallest public school in the league, and Darien's not far behind, ahead of us that way. But, football is important to New Canaan, as football is important to Darien. So this should be an unbelievable atmosphere.
It should be a lot of fun, Coach, and we want to thank you for coming out and talking to us. We can't wait to see you Thursday morning, and we want to wish you the best of luck heading out there.
Thank you very much.
Best of luck, Coach.
Thank you. Can I kiss you on the ear?
Yes, you can. Give me one kiss. We'll see you soon. The coach, Lou Marinelli, as he's going to head out to practice now. We're going to take a quick break. Coach, thanks for coming out. Good luck on Thursday. Let's take a break. We'll be back shortly with more Nutmeg Sports right here on the HAN Network.
Why cook it all this holiday? Avoid the stress of holiday planning and let your friends at Walter Stewart's in New Canaan do the heavy lifting. Whether you're looking to fill in with a few crowd-pleasing sides or you want us to prepare your whole feast, from cranberry sauce to pumpkin pie, we're ready to simplify your holiday. Place your order from our holiday menu and spend your holiday the right way, relaxing. Our fresh prepared holiday meals to go are designed with your busy schedule in mind. Visit us at stewartsmarket.com or at 229 Elm Street, New Canaan.
Connecticut is coming back to hometown banking, to a partner that makes small businesses feel big, where community comes first, where high-tech tools go hand in hand with a human touch, where you get the know-how only neighbors can deliver, where saving time is important too. It's time to expect more. It's time to bank well, bank smart, bank local, bank well.
Visit Bevel Saddlery this holiday season, not just for equestrians. Celebrating 30 years in New Canaan, we offer an exciting selection of men and women's sportswear and exquisite gifts, from home decor, hostess gifts, stocking stuffers, to items for horse and hound. You'll find something for everyone on your list.
Would you like to be able to help in an emergency? Do you know what to do when a family member is in distress? Learn life-saving skills and become a certified EMT in New Canaan. Whether you're looking for a career in healthcare or you want to give back to your community, the training is invaluable. The New Canaan Volunteer Ambulance Corps is offering an EMT certification course starting on January 16th, 2 nights a week and some Saturdays. It's filling up quickly, so call 203-594-3535 to get involved. New Canaan Volunteer Ambulance Corps. Neighbors helping neighbors. Find out more at ncvac.org.
Welcome back to a special edition of Nutmeg Sports on the HAN Network. I'm Kate Chaplinsky, and I'm joined right now by Mike Benevento of the New Canaan Athletic Foundation. Mike, we're standing here in Dunning, and right behind us, that new turf field. Now, the foundation was a big part of that. Tell us about it.
Yeah, thanks, Kate. It was a big part of it. We started with a meeting that we had with Jay Egan really kind of the end of May, and we had been talking about athletic facilities for a long time. A group of 20 community-minded, all sports people came together, and Jay came to us and said, look, we've got an issue with Dunning Field. If we don't have it replaced this summer, we're going to have, to restrict play, not only for maybe some of the varsity athletes, but more importantly for us as a community organization, for the youth sports, for some of the, revenue-generating sources that use the field. So in a very short period of time, we came together, organized a board, put together private funds from the community, put the project out to RFP, hired a turf consultant, put shovels in the ground in what we've been told is an unprecedented amount of time. And I mean, thank goodness we got it done in a short period of time, and even a little, being able to host the first game, which when Trinity Catholic's field wasn't ready and ours got done, was an accomplishment. So really, not just myself, but the other 20 board members and the entire community really rallied around the support to put this great field together for what's turned out to be a great season.
Now, tell us who makes up the foundation. Community volunteers, basically, private citizens. Tell us about that.
So when we put together the foundation and the board of the foundation, the goal was to represent all sports and the entire community. So and the other aspect was we wanted to have a working board. This is not a board where people just kind of float in and give ideas and then float out. We have a marketing committee, a finance committee. We have a development committee, importantly, obviously, raising private funds throughout the community, public relations group, an alumni relations group. There's a lot of people that had great experiences here that no longer live in town, but still want to give back to the community. So really, it's been a working board. It's been everybody pulling oars in the same direction, and we can accomplish great things. This is really just the first project and all the other things that we have planned going forward.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the future. What are some of the other projects that are in the works now?
So one of the beauties and the benefits of the campus is just that we have a campus here. So obviously Dunning Field is a showcase, but across the way we have the Water Tower turf field, which also needs to be replaced. We have the only independent track that stands away from a football field in the entire FCAC, which is a unique asset. It's an asset that needs to be rehabilitated, though, and so our plans are to totally rehab the track, expand it into 8 lanes, turf the inner circle of the field, put in grandstands so we could host an FCAC championship. And then the practice field that sits between Dunning and the Water Tower turf is basically a field and a half, which we have plans to turf next summer. So a big construction project for Phase 2. Which, if we have a public and private partnership, which we think we'll put together, can be really exciting. And the thing that is most important to me is this is, as I said before, about all sports and community. When you put together multiple fields like that, the varsity athletes get to use Dunning. It's the showcase field. This is more about, how can we get flexibility in more fields so our youth, our JV, our freshmen, our fields, our teams that don't often get to use Dunning Stadium have more flexibility with the different fields available to us.
Now, why do you think athletics is so important to the New Canaan community overall?
Well, it's one of those things. Listen, I played sports all the way through college. A lot of people that live in town are certainly athletically driven, but it's part of developing well-rounded individuals. And we have such a great school system. Part of the school system and a big part of creating those well-rounded individuals is the athletics component of it. And I've been working now for almost 25 years, and I can tell you that the best people that I work with are people that have been on teams, that have been part of athletics, and it ends up being an important part of somebody's lives. And so certainly you get a lot of those individuals here. And you want to create well-rounded individuals, and athletics can be a very important part of how you develop your academic, your academic life.
Right. And obviously, fundraising these projects are not cheap. I'm sure you guys need support. Tell us how people can help you.
So, first of all, one of the things that I do want to thank actually the Darien community, because it was the Darien Athletic Foundation and all of the wonderful things that they got done down there that inspired a lot of us to kind of upgrade our facilities. And things had been going along the way, but this is now the things that we learned about what they did professionally and in a real targeted way inspired us to deliver. So again, it's just reaching out to the entire community. Anybody, whether you have sports, students that play sports or not, this is a community project. The track ends up being a community project. All of these fields are things that are going to enhance our community, and at the end of the day, our property values and contribute to this great school system, which is how we can just completely upgrade our community. So we have a website, the New Canaan Athletic Foundation. It's newcanaanaf.com. And then obviously you can always get in touch with me. We're in sort of a private part of the campaign now. We will be coming more public, where you can go to our Facebook page, our website, and hit the Donate Now button. And these projects are expensive, and there will be public contributions, but much of the upgrades are going to be privately funded.
Now, it's got to be a proud moment for you, Thanksgiving, that there's going to be thousands of people here, the field on display. How does that make you guys feel?
Listen, it makes us feel good. It makes us feel like we have a little bit of momentum. It makes us feel like we have a lot of more work to do. And I think that it's great to have this showcased. But I think what we're trying to do is just get people rallied for all the other great things that we can do around the campus.
All right. Well, Mike, thank you so much for talking to us. New Canaan Athletic Foundation, you guys have done an amazing job thus far. So appreciative of you coming by to chat.
Great. Thanks so much, Kate.
All right. We're going to step out for a break. We'll be back with more Nutmeg Sports after this.
At Hoyt Livery, our goal is to always... Tim, what are you doing? We're filming a commercial.
I'm checking out the new Hoyt on the Go app. Hoyt's here!
At That Personal Touch in New Canaan, we have personalized gifts for all occasions. Family owned since 1983, we specialize in expert engraving done on premises. From engraved sterling silver and pewter frames, wood cutting boards, slate cheese servers and trays, leather embossing, crystal engraving, and glassware, every gift becomes unique and personal. And just in time for the season, we have a variety of personalized Christmas ornaments. Visit That Personal Touch at 102 Main Street in New Canaan and at tptengravers.com.
Manfredi New Canaan is a dream come true for locals Kim and Roberto. Their Elm Street store features Rolex, Hermes, and design jewelry collections from everyday classic gold to diamond jewelry. Manfredi offers a range of services from simple jewelry and watch repair to elegant jewelry design. Let Manfredi New Canaan help you find the perfect gift to celebrate important life moments. Visit us at 72 Elm Street, New Canaan, or online at manfredijewels.com.
Discover a world of wellness in the heart of New Canaan. Halo Studios, New Canaan's first collaborative wellness center, offers you the freedom to choose from the best and latest health, fitness, and wellness options. Inside Halo Studios, you'll find all the wellness experts you need at places like Halo Fitness, Priority Wellness, and Sama Yoga Center. Come by for a free wellness assessment, open 7 days a week at 45 Grove Street. For more information, visit halostudios.com or call 203-594-9909.
This holiday season, the Glass House Design Store offers an edited selection of gifts, objects, and artist editions that represent the iconic Philip Johnson House. The store offers unique and specially sourced objects locally and from around the world, and proceeds from the design store help support preservation projects at the Glass House property. Shop the design store at the Glass House Visitor Center in New Canaan, now open through November 30th, and available anytime online at designstore.theglasshouse.org.
Have a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Basketball, hockey, skiing, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Hi, welcome back to Nutmeg Sports. I'm Dave Stewart with the HAN Network, and I'm here with 3 of the captains of the New Canaan field hockey team, the Class M state champions for 2016. Why don't you tell me your names here?
Cameron Dayton.
Mariana Ferreira. Hi, I'm Ellery Barron.
And, girls, 2 years in a row as state champions, and Ellery, we'll start with you. Just tell me what the feeling is now.
Oh, I'm so happy. It was a great way to end the season, and I honestly couldn't be happier about it.
Mariana, is this any different than last year? Or is it a little better to repeat?
Well, as a senior, I think that it's a little bit of a different feeling. It's also a little bit more sad to be leaving, but definitely I feel like I had a lot more to do with the win. So, yeah, it's a different feeling.
Definitely a great win. I've heard that a few times, that it's actually like kind of a bittersweet feeling. Yeah. Cameron, what did you think? I mean, going out like that is the best way to go out.
Right. I mean, we got the most out of their season, and we went as far as we could and won our last game, which is such a great feeling. But we're all so sad to be leaving, of course, and just hoping for the best for the next few seasons for the girls.
Now, you guys came out really on fire here, and Megan Mitchell scored on a great shot to begin, and then you scored 2 goals. What was going on at the beginning of the game? You guys came out really intense.
I think once Megan got that first goal, everybody got really hyped off of that. So then we all kind of knew we can do this, and we just fed off of that momentum and just got more goals in and just kept the ball rolling.
How'd you feel coming out of the box here?
Out of what? Sorry.
Out of the start of the game, out of the box.
Oh, right. Sorry. Well, it was a little scary because they started with the ball and they immediately took it in and got a corner. So right away, I was like, this cannot happen. And I think that really made us take off and take the offensive plan. Action.
Did a really good job of that too. Second half, Guilford really turned it on. 9 penalty corners, a lot of shots. Real intense, but the defense played great. Tell me about that second half. It must have been a little nerve-wracking being out there.
Yeah, I think our defense really stepped it up. They played so well in our second half, and they've definitely always done well when they have pressure on them. But it's definitely nerve-wracking when you're on the forward on the offensive end. And you just keep running back from corners, hoping to get back in time and hoping oh no, this is not going to be the one they score. But we kept holding them off. So.
I'm gonna ask a tough one here. And I'll start with you, Cameron. Just sum up your years here at New Canaan High School in field hockey.
It's been so fun, especially for all 3 of us. We've been on the varsity team 3 years when we won FCX and then states 2 years in a row. So it's really special, and that doesn't happen for everyone where you can win a championship every time. But we've kept the ball rolling throughout all our years on the teams, and it's been a lot of fun.
Tell me how you feel about this.
Well, field hockey has been a huge part of my life in high school. I've done it every year since 7th grade, so it's just something that is so special to me, and all the people that do it and the new friendships you can make through it, and obviously winning and games is the most important part so far of my senior year. Yeah.
3 championships in 3 years. How do you sum this all up?
Honestly, it's been fantastic, but I'm sad because usually every year I'm oh wait, I have next year to come back and try and win again. But now I'm kind of oh wait, I don't have another year. I'm done after this. But looking back on the season and my past years here, I've had a lot of fun, and I think I've grown a lot just as a person as well, on and off the field.
Well, it's been a great few years here. FCX champions once, state champions twice. Congratulations with everything, and we'll be back on Nutmeg Sports.
Thank you.
What makes Darien special during the holiday season? Locally owned shops and restaurants where you can find everything you need to make your holidays more enjoyable. Start with breakfast, then shop for everything from toys to unique gifts and the latest trends in fashion. Take a coffee break. Stop at our farmers market or one of our shops, where you'll find an amazing selection of cheeses and meats. Then enjoy dining at one of our fabulous restaurants. This holiday season, experience shopping and dining in Darien.
I really wanted something that felt like a home. Coming from a big house, I wanted the feel of a home as opposed to a condo. New Canaan is 6 minutes down the road. New Canaan's a beautiful little town to walk around. I work in Westport. My commute is 20 minutes. It's close to Westchester, where my family is, so the location is ideal. There is no other townhome that compares in the area. this is where I want to be.
The holidays are a wonderful time to spend with families and friends, sharing a fantastic meal. Football season is in full swing, the fishing has been unbelievable, and it's time to make a list and check it twice. Stop at the Dock Shop, get a fix of summer, and browse loads of new products, including fishing tackle, accessories, clothing, jewelry, and home decor. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or dockshop.com.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com. 1, 2, 3, Abby! You know!
I want to find out how good I am.
Yes, sir! If you relax, you get blown out. Let's get it done! Let's get it done!
What can you take advantage of right now?
Again, come on.
I can push myself way beyond what you think.
Pressure technique. Bring it back.
Back on Nutmeg Sports, live from Dunning Field on the the campus of New Canaan High School. Frank Granito and Kevin Coleman. We've got practice going on off to our left, and we're seeing some of the plays, Kevin, that we got to draw up on the board during that Chalk Talk segment.
Listen, I talked about it yesterday. I was a fly on the wall in that room. I just sat back, watched you and John Kovac go to work. It was a pleasure to watch you two, go over these plays from the Rams and the Blue Wave. It was very cool to watch, and we got to see this firsthand now live. For me, it's very cool to see the footage that you guys looked at. You got to drop some plays you guys think will happen on Thursday's game. So I had a blast watching you guys do this Chalk Talk. It was a lot of fun.
It'll be a lot of fun for sure on Thursday. Why don't you take a look at what John and I thought of the New Canaan football team as we broke it down in the HAN Network's Chalk Talk. Back in the HAN Network War Room, John, we took a look at Darien's offense, defense, and some of their key players yesterday. Now we're going to shift our focus to New Canaan. And this offense can beat you in a lot of ways. One of them, though, really stands out to us.
We're seeing a formation right now on the screen that I've never seen at this level before. And that's the empty set, real common when you're running a spread offense, but with two tight ends, really uncommon when you're spreading it out.
I mean, in high school alone, to have two capable tight ends is a blessing, but the way that this offense just year in and year out continues to adapt and find new ways to beat you is really interesting. One of the things we want to watch on this play right here is number 7, Ryan O'Connell. He is the everything down, every type player for this New Canaan offense. They get him the ball in a variety of ways, and he's featured in this package with a lot of motions.
The other thing I like about this is it really packs the box, and if you want to isolate one of your outside most receivers, your number one receiver to either side, you've pulled everybody else back into the box.
And we're going to see that shortly, but let's take a look at this first play here. They're going to bring O'Connell, your running back, in motion, and they're going to just run with him behind those pulling guards and tackle. Does a good job hitting the hole, but let's go back, and why don't you walk us through what the Rams are trying to accomplish?
Right now, they're going to see how the Greenwich defense rolls to this motion. They've come up just a little bit. We've got the backside guard and tackle pull. The guard is going to lead the play. He's going to kick out the outside-most man on the line of scrimmage. The tackle is going to lead it upfield. And that's happening just the way you drew it up. And the reason that's happening is because the two guys on the other side of the line, 3 actually with 2 tight ends, are getting pushed. If you don't get pushed, you can't get that pull. You get caught up in the pile and you just end up with a mess.
And the great thing that O'Connell does on this play, John, watch him follow his blockers. It looks like he might be going outside. Great job reading it right there, and he's back up inside, and that's 5 yards. That's stealing if it's on first down.
Back that up, I want to show you one more thing, and that's staying relentless on a play. And let's watch number 35. He's looking for somebody to block. He's looking. He finds somebody and gets another couple of yards out of that.
And that's a huge play right there. We'll see the Rams run that a lot. They'll also do it, though. You know what? This is a perfect look. Let's see it from the backside now.
you'll really get a look at the push from the left-hand side of the line and just how clean the pull is. I could get through that hole.
I'd like you blocking for me going through that hole, actually.
I would take that.
Yeah, there we go.
I've got a couple of blocks left in me. They're all first level, though, Frank.
We look at this one here now. They're going to come in motion again and watch. They fake the run, and now you've got the freshman, Drew Pine. Tremendous athlete himself. I've talked with several coaches at the conference. They say he's one of the fastest guys on the field at all times, and they're going to put it on display here.
You can see that. What you also see is the defense adjusts a little bit late. They roll one safety up, drop the second safety back. And what that does is open this play up to that top side for Pine. Creates his hole. Same blocking scheme, the pulls, nobody to block.
But while it's not as big of a gain here as we see from the back end, John, what it does is it allows you a variety of options that the defense has to consider. And one of the other things to notice, this play right here, this isn't actually Drew Pine. This is the sophomore Quentin O'Connell. Ryan's younger brother, leads the team in receptions, almost turns into a wildcat package.
Back that up a little bit. I want to show you one thing at the point of attack. Watch, you're going to get the kick out block. There's a second level block to be had. He runs past it. If he makes that block, you're where you want to be. There's one man to beat. That's a safety who's in a back pedal.
Yeah, you've got the safety back there, but it's this linebacker right here who's filling up, and you've got this tackle up here working towards no one. Just grass right there. You've got to find a body, get helmets on helmets.
Hit the first different colored shirt that you see. And don't ever pass one up.
So those are the run options that you're going to see from the Rams. You talked before about isolating receivers. Watch what the Rams do right here, John. Okay? They're going to let the referee set the clock. Now they're ready to go.
Note the safeties are all from flanker to tight end. So your safeties are playing a fairly narrow spread there.
This guy in the middle of the field might be a little tight for me, especially with the ball on the far hash. You probably want to be down around here. Don't let anyone cross your face.
My thought was split the difference. Have him come out, maybe split between the corner and the outside backer. But I do think he's a bit tight there. He set himself up for the post from the near receiver here.
And our safety right here, there is no way that he can be outside the hash at any point in time in pre-alignment. Giving up the inside of the field.
Absolutely. There's only so much that can happen from the hash outside. Your corner's there, your outside backer's there. Cover the deep part of it. Give yourself room to work.
Well, let's watch what the Rams do here on this play. They're going to go no motion this time, just a quick snap and fire it out to your receiver on the left. Notice one thing on this play, John. Look at how much room and cushion that this corner on the outside is giving the receiver. Almost 8 yards off the ball.
Right, your standard is 1/6. At 8, he's a little bit deep as it is. He's playing 8 to the inside. He set himself up for that out.
And it's so smart by the Rams too. 1st and 5 here. If they're going to play at 8 yards, why not run this hitch? Good job by Pine. Get the snap, adjust the football, get it out of your hands quickly.
And this is what New Canaan does and does well. Take what they give you. They're going to give us that little 5-yard out. I'm going to take it.
And one of the biggest things in high school football is the lack of patience that a lot of these coordinators and teams will show. Not enough coaches, I think, are content with nickel and diming down the field. At a certain point in time, they feel the need to try that trick play or take that unnecessary shot.
Oh, yeah, I've got to get it all back now. And there you can see how he was set up for the out from alignment. And if you're a defensive coordinator here, your thought might be, okay, they're going to nickel and dime us with these 5-yard outs. They've got to hit 15 of them. They've got to hit 20 of them to score without making a mistake. So, okay, see if you can do it.
And you look at the screen right here, you've got that corner inside. Pine does a tremendous job. Watch where this ball lands, right on the outside shoulder. Only his receiver is going to be able to make a play on that ball, secure the catch, get upfield what you can, and that's a first down for the Rams.
It's catch or an incompletion, and that's what you want.
One last thing on the New Canaan offense, John, and this is how they're going to utilize O'Connell. Put him in space. This is week 2 against Ridgefield. You've got O'Connell in the slot right here. They're going to run a concept where you're going to see a post route from number 1, a dig from number 2, And they're going to sneak O'Connell right out here in the flat up on the wheel. We talked a lot about how the wheel can beat you and how running backs out into the flat beat you. He's a receiver right now, but that's a running back being guarded by a linebacker.
Exactly. You're setting up the matchup you want, and that wheel route, very hard to cover. If you jump the out, which is why you preach sell the out as long as you can, you'll never pick up to go.
And you see the D-back there, that's Patrick Lang for Ridgefield, ends up chasing, and before he knows it, O'Connell finds that next gear. That dig and that post occupy the secondary. It's one-on-one, and again, the freshman just putting it where only his man can make a play.
Another subtlety here. Take that back to alignment, Frank. Look at how wide the two receivers to the top of the screen are. What can he do other than get his man out of the play? All they're doing is keeping guys occupied. They're just making it a 9-on-9 game.
That's exactly right. Unlikely that Pine is going to be able to whip out a quick throw all the way across the field down here right now. Good job of spacing, but if you're the secondary of Darien, you've got to see the entire field. Communication is what will win you games on the back end. John, we switch sides of the ball, and we're going to look at the New Canaan defense now. Chris Silvestri, the D coordinator for the Rams, and he's met with Donnie Brown a lot in the past few off seasons. Back to when he was at BC, they love to send pressure, and they'll send as many as 6-7 guys at you.
I've seen Donnie at some of the off-season clinics, and he packs a room, and it's all two things. One thing we talked about in the offense, have overhang players, but number two, bring pressure. And he's constantly bringing pressure, and having just coached against Chris in my job at Fairfield Ludlow, they brought pressure.
And they have got a lot of athletic players on this defense. Let's take a look here. Week 2 against the Tigers. This near the goal line, and you can already see those linebackers creeping up. They're going to let you know that they're coming.
Well, they're going to make you think that they're coming. They may not. They may drop out of this, and you have no way of knowing.
And right here, they just send more than the Tigers have to block with. They're coming with 6 to the Ridgefield 5. At least one player is coming unblocked. And what the Rams do so well is that unblocked player makes plays. And on that one right there, it's James Frere.
And what your down linemen are doing is keeping those linebackers clean. You hear that phrase so much about linebackers at depth. Same thing with the blitzer. They basically blocked for him and opened up a hole. It's just going the other way.
That's exactly right. But now what that sets up is, you look here, and you talked about those down linemen. They are no slouches up front, John. They have got some big guys with Jack Kircher, Dylan Miles, and the junior Seamus O'Hora on that D line.
Big, but they are quick.
So you see here now the DN showing like they're going to come. They'll drop into coverage, hands up, and James Frere again. Now he's in coverage on this play.
Back that up a minute. I want to show you a little thing at the line of scrimmage you're going to miss. But watch the nose, number 63. Watch the hand fight. Pushes across, sweeps, gets free. He keeps the blocker off his body, and that allows him to just rush the middle. So watch his hands. He's going to keep the center's hands off his frame, and it's easy for him from that point on.
He even gets the double team here.
There, he's on the elbow, he's pushed him off, and now he's just playing catch-up as the center.
And you see the D end up top. He's on a blitz assignment here. He's got the running back in front of him. Good job, that's your D tackle now. D end sets this up. He comes with that contained blitz, doesn't allow Fowler to escape to the outside. Junior can't get there, but he gets his hands up when he sees the pass. It's deflected for an interception.
I go nuts when I see pressure from the outside, pressure up the middle, and pass rushers don't get their hands up. So much can happen, all of it bad for the offense, if you guys on pass rush get your hand up. Another thing, we talk about creating mismatches, but we always talk about that out on the perimeter. We talk about it offensively. Go back to the start of this. Let's watch the blitz from the perimeter. Let's watch the size mismatch from the outside backer coming, and this back whose job it is to step up, meet him, and crash into him at the line and stop him. Let's see how that works. You can see already he's at a mismatch. That bull rush does not help. Does not help Ridgefield.
And that's what New Canaan's front 5, because they run that 5-2 defense with the hybrid ends. That front 5, though, They are big, physical players, but the speed is what really fools you, and you don't expect it from those kind of athletes.
Having just seen it live at live speed, to see guys that big, that quick, makes you jealous for when you were a player, and it makes you jealous as a coach. Where do I get me some of them?
And so let's show now, as you take this right here, we're going to spotlight the D tackle, Jack Kircher. Okay? This was the last play that Drew Fowler, and we had this game live. You can still hear this hit echoing through Dunning Stadium. Watch Jack Kircher not only deliver the hit on the sack, but watch the bull rush and how he puts this Ridgefield tackle on the train tracks and takes him for a ride here, John.
Great stance.
It's a simple four-man rush, and he just, boom.
There's your squats in the summer, and there's your bench press.
And that tackle right there is the Hankling. Brings the hips with him, delivers the blow, and poor Drew Fowler, they had to come and shovel him off the turf after that one.
I mean, that's just dominating the line of scrimmage right there. But that's a guy who's bought into it. That's a guy who's done his squats, he's done his bench, he's done his cleans. And you can see all of them. You never do a drill, you never do an exercise that you're not going to use on the field. What sets programs like New Canaan and Darien apart, 100 guys buy in, and 100 guys are going to be there lifting from the day after Thanksgiving till the day double start in August.
So those are the three facets of the game for the Rams. You see the versatility and the adjustments they make on offense. It's the pressure they'll come with on defense, the awareness on special teams. And again, there's no denying it's that X factor, Ryan O'Connell. They're going to try to find him to get different ways to get touches and get him involved on both sides of the ball.
You win big games by getting your athletes touches. He's their athlete. How are they going to get him the ball?
It'll be a lot of fun. That's our wrap-up on the New Canaan Rams. From the HAN War Room, John Kovach, Frank Renito with Chalk Talk on the HAN Network. Thanks again to the coach, John Kovach. Always fun getting on the whiteboard and watching film with Johnny. We're going to have John on a special episode of FCAC Tailgate tomorrow here from Dunning. He's going to come on the field with all of us. We're going to break down a couple of plays using the editors from HAN and the writers from around the state. So that'll be a lot of fun. Great show today with you guys. So cool. And congratulations again to the field hockey team here at New Canaan.
Yeah, they had it was just a great game and a great finish to what was at times a struggle for them because they did have some losses early on, but they came through. It was awesome.
Only 2 more days till Thanksgiving. We're almost there.
You can't get here soon enough. You know, that's I think that's one of the issues having such a long period of time. You just want to get to it at this point.
It's going to be a great game. Any final thoughts from you today, Kevin?
Listen, I think we had a blast yesterday. I think today was so great. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. These 3 days leading up to this game Thursday have been and will be a lot of fun. I can't wait for Thursday morning, waking up and getting ready for this exciting game. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait.
A lot of great pieces tomorrow. Most importantly, Josh Fisher is working the grill here at Dunning. If you're in the neighborhood, come stop down and grab a bratwurst. For Kevin Coleman, Dave Stewart, Kate Chaplensky, and all of our guests, thank you for tuning in to Nutmeg Sports. We'll see you again tomorrow right here on the HAN Network.